It's more consistent with a murder or homicide. The other thing here was this. This was about 4 feet off the ground. And they do show a noose, which they're saying was what he used. But as the doctor sort of said, that the noose that they show a picture of, which is what you can see in the top right corner here. I'll find it in a second, but the picture that shows his actual neck doesn't seem like this noose caused that wound. And it's a little bit lower than it probably should have been. This is the bone, his jaw, the holioid bone.
His jaw was broken?
Well, there's that fracture that they said wasn't consistent with hanging. It's more consistent with a murder or homicide. And he said, this is Baden's words, was that usually he's seen it in maybe like one bone break, and sometimes two, but there were 3 fractures. He says like he's almost never seen that in any of his cases.
If you're going to hang yourself from such a short distance, it would be even harder to get a fracture like that, right? Because you're not like jumping out like in an old Western movie, like Clint Eastwood movie, when they would hang him high.
So the one thing that they also had in here was he left a note. It said first that it had the name blurred out, but it said this person left him in a shower locked for an hour. It then said someone else gave him like burnt food, and then bugs were crawling over his hands, and then he just wrote no fun. But there's a ballpoint pen like the one I have in my hand sitting right next to it. Now, like if you knew he was on suicide watch, you wouldn't give him a ballpoint pen that he could kill himself with. You could see an extension cord coming from the hallway into his room that he could have just used that to kill himself and hang himself.
Or the 9 jumpsuits. Why does he have 9 jumpsuits?
And he's a high-profile witness in a really, really, really important case involving pedophiles at the highest levels of government. Yeah, I would think that that's the kind of guy you whack.
You're also, according to the procedure, when there's a suicide there, you're not supposed to remove the body and take it to the emergency room. You're supposed to treat it as though it was a murder or like a crime scene.
What's crazy is that it's so high-profile. Like because this is most likely how they did it forever, right? Like people that whack people, they were probably like, "Oh, that guy got strangled. That looks like a strangled guy."
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Or choked from
But the thing is, like...
There's no blood on that. I think there's no blood on that noose that they said was the noose that did it.
But there's blood on his body. Hold on. There's no blood on the noose they said killed him, but yet there's blood on his neck?
Correct.
That's insane. That's insane. That's impossible. Did they really do a test of the rope that they supposedly said
just show a picture of it, and it looks very clean and unused. And
well, it is orange. Maybe the red doesn't show up that clean on orange. Can we look at it again? I think we should probably... Look, I want to say, for sure, he's saying there's nothing on it. And he's showing the actual lacerations around the neck that show clear blood. And he said it's too low in the neck, too?
That's her postulation right here. She says if he did what you thought, like which would have been like leaning forward on the ground, that it probably would have been a little higher under the jaw, not down at the base of the neck, kind of. But that's a little bit tough to say.
I would imagine if you're killing somebody like that, they're trying to get away. People are trying to get away do that. Right? If you're killing them from behind,